Good morning, everybody. I hope you are doing well. And welcome to the short week, the week right before spring break, Monday, April 6th through Thursday, April 9th. Now, again, that's just a reminder. That's because spring break starts this Friday, and spring break basically goes until Friday, April 10th until Sunday, April 19th. So what does that mean for you? It means that next week I will not be posting any assignments. So next week would be a great time if you have not been keeping up with some things to get stuff out of the way and done, or if you want to help pick up your grade, feel free to get your past assignments turned in from Unit 1 and Unit 2. So for this week, the only assignment you have is your Unit 3 wrap-up. The Unit 3 wrap-up should seem familiar because all it is economics in the news. So if you go into the assignment, you will notice that there's no document for you to type on this week, and that's because it's just like normal economics in the news, where you have to complete it on your own Google Doc. So you have your general directions here. One big thing I want to make sure to point out is you will not submit this assignment here on Google Classroom. You will actually make sure you have to turn it in to turnitin.com to actually get credit for the assignment. So please do not add or create anything here. You just need to make sure that you create your own Google Doc and submit it to turnitin.com. When you're done submitting it to turnitin.com, it would be very helpful if you came back here and just clicked marked as done. And that way I know who will have submitted it to turnitin.com and who's to look for there. Really quickly, if you don't know how to do economics in the news, or if you haven't really gotten the highest score in the world, I've given some much more detailed explanation here for you. For example, if you've had a hard time figuring out what to put in your two paragraphs, the description is here, as well as some tips and tricks to getting full credit on this assignment if that's something you haven't earned yet. In order to create your own Google Doc from these directions, you will notice you don't have access to edit these particular directions, and that's on purpose. It's because I want everybody to be able to use them. So what you want to do is you want to hit File, New, and Document, and then you'll create your own personal document that you can submit to turnitin.com. Where it says untitled document, you will want to name it your name and whatever topic you are covering. So whether that's globalization or trade. My suggestion as always is to go to news.google.com to find a story. You can search for topics here, or you can just go through the different news sources. The reason I suggest this is because of the fact that all of these sources are refereed and they're made sure that they're real news sources. I clicked on one a little bit earlier. We've got the Washington Post here. And it's about the stock market. I don't know if it has anything to do with trade, but imagine, I'll pretend it does. When I create my MLA citation, I always like to use something like easybib.com or bibme.org. If you've never used these, I'm going to do a really quick lesson here on it in a minute, and I'll go through exactly how to do this. When you're done with your assignment, you'll want to sign into turnitin.com, and you will want to submit it to where it says Unit 3 Economics in the News. So that's it for this week. If you get it all done this week, then you don't have any homework over spring break. And yeah, the only other thing I want to check in on is your grading. You will notice now that it says credit or no credit on Aries. You will notice that there's an assignment called third quarter grade. How I determined the points for that was based off what grade you actually earned in the third quarter. So if you had an A, you got 200 out of 200. If you had a B, I gave you 170 out of 200, a C, 150 out of 200, and so on and so forth. So that the percentage matched up with what you earned in the third quarter. From there, you'll see all of the other distance learning assignments, most of which are worth 10 points apiece. In order to get credit, which is CR in this class, meaning you pass the class, you need to earn at least 70% or higher on everything, which should be pretty easy to do since most assignments can be redone and turned in late and everything else. If you don't do your assignments, though, then you will get an NR, which counts, or NC, I can't remember, but that counts as no credit, which means you're failing the class. If you've turned in all of your online stuff, but you're still finding that you have not received full credit for everything, then my suggestion would again be to go back and get those Unit 1 and 2 assessments done or redone if for any reason you didn't get a high score or if you haven't turned them in yet. So that would be a great thing to do over spring break to get your grade up. Anyways, I hope you all are doing well, and I look forward to seeing you guys at our Zoom meetings this Tuesday and Thursday. Thank you. Bye.